All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the whole for the elect. It's the brother Isaiah with the Pittsburgh GMS camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Racha HaKodash. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right, and just want to go through this quick lesson through the spirit. All right, just an update on my last lesson I posted about the N-dub that they got how do I want to word it? I feel like the way the last lesson I did, I worded it in a way that would have got me a strike through the spirit. Lord put it on my spirit to just make the video private. Okay, and Elder Zakba actually sent a message through the chat that he been getting struck for what they call hate speech. Okay, a lot more lately, and I actually do have an active strike. So Lord just put it on my spirit to kind of make it private. But, so I'm going to be careful how I word it. There's a lot of things going on. I mean, in that video, she went up to the target and she thought she was going to force them people to give her reparations. And, she was moving in an intimidating fashion, and she got retaliated upon, for lack of a better word. Right. But, so like about the noises, she got retaliated upon by the manager, and she got taken to jail. And it is what it is. You're not gonna get in these times, man. The love of many is waxing cold, as we know. We bring out a lot here in Matthew 24, I believe is where it says that. Okay, and I'll look it just to make sure that I'm correct. Okay. Lucky, that's probably, I know that's not how. Yes, Matthew 24 and 12, right? So I'm not going to read it. Okay, you can go see it yourself. I'm going to get into this lesson now. I've been seeing a lot of stuff here lately, going on, but this kind of took the cake. All right, and I was like, let me do something on this. I got two things. I actually read the other one first, but this is the one I read today, and I had to do something on it. Right? It says demonic Uber Eats driver slain, dismembered. Okay, demonic Uber Eats driver slain, dismembered, making delivery, FL sheriff says. Now, I don't know if, those words, I mean, I'm reading the title, you see, just reading the title. But this Uber Eats driver was unalived in Florida. Now, there was another situation also in Florida where there was an Instacart driver, okay, delivering an order, and they got shot at, okay. Got fired upon. I'm gonna have to really change my whole vocabulary, because you don't know what to say and what's gonna trigger whatever. But they got fired upon, okay, for pulling in the wrong driveway. All right, now here it is. You have it. Okay, a man was unalived for doing the delivery, and who knows what the altercation was? Who knows if the man was dressed a certain way that triggered this MS-13 member into, unaliving him and peace in his, visage. I don't even know how to word it. The dude got Reese's Pieces and put into, the refrigerator, man. All right. And this is demonic. Like, it's like what they said it is, man. Okay. A Florida man is charged with the M word and other offenses in the unaliving and breaking apart of an Uber Eats driver who has brought food to the assailant's house. All right, now, I want to do this just to say, brothers, be circumspect. I know a lot of brothers have been doing, the gig economy, but I'm seeing more and more, increase in these different things happening. Okay. And, said that he was found in a trash bag and in a cooler. Okay. And there was a receipt with him, so it's crazy, man. Who knows what demon hopped on him. Ultimately, you're going to have the protection of Yahweh Yahweh Shai out here, even just to make, and a lot of these orders, man, you ain't getting paid nothing. Imagine how much that order was for him to go and meet his death at, I said the D word, for him to go and be unalived by this guy. That order couldn't have been more than $20. It was, and more than likely it was much less. $20 is here in my market, that's very rare. Who knows how it is in Florida, but usually $20 is a double order. So, Dude probably wasn't getting more than 15 bucks. And really, like I said, that's on the higher end of money you get, so it wasn't worth him driving there to be unalived by this dude. All right. For $15, $12, however much it was. Okay. But you see this trend happening where things is happening, and you're gonna have to, hey, people have to be circumspect, you women that's out here, you don't be out here doing no delivery drivers, we're gonna talk about this. Don't be out here delivering no orders on your by yourself, man. And you shouldn't be wearing no damn AirPods out there either, while you out in public, because somebody could run up on you. Okay, Lord been put on my spirit not to wear my headphones a lot lately. Them, I don't think I put them things in a couple months. It says a man from Florida has been taken into custody and accused of committing two robberies including one involving the abduction and you see the word right there, man. He graped. He graped this woman, all right, who was doing the DoorDash delivery. All right, says around 11 p.m. Well, she damn sure shouldn't have been out that late, but it's getting to a point where, as the scriptures tell us, it's gonna get so bad, you're not gonna want to even go out at all and do stuff like that if you're a woman, especially. Okay, 38-year-old Joseph Killens. Look at his last name. Damn, that mug might trigger the algorithm. Killens reportedly forced a DoorDash driver in her 20s back into her vehicle as she was making a delivery at a Residence Inn in Tampa, Florida again. Here we go with Florida again. Okay, Tampa, Florida. What the hell's going on in Florida, man? Okay, and this is not just going to be isolated in Florida, man. This is going to spread everywhere. All right. He didn't force the woman to drive to some apartments where he graped her. Okay, the police said she had AirPods in her ears and she was on the phone with her girlfriends, quote unquote. I don't know. The girlfriend realized a robbery was occurring, so the victim's family called the police, and they were dispatched. The victim's family tracked her down, and one of them got grazed by a projectile coming out of the dude's firearm when they got there, and he ran off. And then later on, he beat up a woman and took her backpack. So, we just see these things, and all this stuff happened recently, man. This got put out yesterday at 4. Okay, and this got put out yesterday at 6:20. Both in Florida. And 3 things that just so happen to happen in Florida: the Instacart, the DoorDash getting graped, and the dude getting murked, all right, doing the Uber Eats delivery. So, we see what's happening here, man. Second entrance. Matter of fact, this ain't the one I want. First, I'm going to start there. 2 Timothy 3:1 says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. All right. And we're in the last days. All right. And perilous times are here pretty much. Okay. This is the beginning of sorrows. And I'm going to go here to 2 Timothy 14:14. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. So we're going to have to be on another level of able to hold ourselves. The scriptures say wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation. Okay, and the fear of Yahweh is his treasure. All right, so we're going to have to be on another level of understanding in order to keep our sanity while these things are happening. All right, because we're going to still have to operate in the world while these things are happening. Brothers that do gig economy is going to still have to more than likely go out and make that money unless the Lord, changes things, and you're just going to have to go through the Spirit. When the Lord puts it on your spirit to cancel an order, don't take it, skip it. Even if the money look good, you might want to, you might want, it would behoove you to run with that spirit. Okay. Because, Lord been having me cancel orders when I have done it. Like, no, don't take them, and not to say it would have been dangerous, but who knows? You got all type of things happening, scams and, people, faking things and saying they didn't get their food, trying to get folks fired off the platform and penalized. All type of stuff is happening out here, man. The Lord willing, we don't have to do these things, coming up soon. 2 Ezra 16. Let me make sure I did everything. Nope. Let me continue on this. 2 Ezra 14. All right. And 16 says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. All right. So we're going to see greater evils than what's happening right now. Right now it's kind of lightweight. All right. Considering or concerning what's really going to happen. We've seen movies, they do the predictive programming in these movies of what's to come in the future. Right. And we've seen much worse outcomes, such as the Purge, where crime could get so bad where they just allow crime for 24 hours, just to people to get it off they chest, so to speak, and then as you see through the different series of the movies, that worked for a little bit until people decided, you know what, I'm tired of this temporary purge for 24 hours. Bump that. It's forever purge now. Now we're gonna really catch people slipping when they go back to their accountability, and we're gonna keep it going. All right. Now with them trying to set up these 15 minuto areas, man, I don't know how to word it. Okay, but I heard a lot of things getting brothers stricken nowadays. But with them trying to create these compact living situations where they can control things, you got to imagine that the places outside of those compact living areas are going to be basically a no man's land, okay, where all type of wickedness is going to occur. All right. Let's see. Verse 17 says, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age, and so much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. All right. So, we're just asking Yahweh to protect us during these times. Let's move on to the next scripture. 2 Ezra 16 and 17. I'm going to start there. It says, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? You see? So this is what we're beginning to see, man. All type of evils, man. Famine, the D word right there. All right. Unalivings. Okay. Wars. All right. The wife just read an article where it says China's beginning to preparing war for the West, to prepare to a war against the West. All right. So, there's a lot of things going on, and we're smack dab in the middle of prophecy. Okay. We're in the middle of Matthew 24. Okay. The beginning of evils. Right. We're seeing them ramp up. And the apostle, through the Spirit, the Lord had the elder apostle Tahar say what? The hopeful year that all the prophecies come to pass, and we're seeing it. We're seeing it. Okay. Verse 19 says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Okay, so even though these things are happening, all right, there are going to be little pockets of things that is going to allow people to have to lure them back into comfortability. Cheap food. Why you think that Mary Jane is legal in a lot of places now? Okay, for recreational use. Why? Because that puts you in a state of it helps you escape from the world that's around you, to where you don't care about what's happening. Okay, you don't care what's going on. Why? Because you're blitzed out of your mind. All right, especially with all this stuff they got going on in it nowadays. Okay, it just it's helping people to glance over the wickedness and the things that's going on around them. Okay. Verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth. Sword, okay, which is some of the stories we just read about. Do unliven do. That's a sword. That's sword. Famine and great confusion. Oh, and that does. Hey, this is happening too. I just seen an article. It's going viral of what appears to be three men. Okay, with bandages wrapped around their chest. But then somebody had to come and correct everybody and say, no, this is three women that are changing their kind into that, which they were not born as. Okay. And like I said, I don't even know what you can say, but I guess, hey, just, Lord, Lord gonna have to work with us on another level for us to avoid algorithms, man. But, so even then, and this place is called Babal, right? Place of great confusion. That word Babal means confusion. Okay. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right. So, these are the times that we're in. All right. And I read this, 2 Timothy 3:1. I want to read this. Ephesians 5:15 says, see then, we make sure that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is, and be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. So we're going to have to be on another level in these times, right? And I want to read this word definition that popped up when I typed it in. It says circumspectly is an adverb that means to act with caution, watchfulness, and attention to all the circumstances and consequences of a situation. Okay, it comes from a Latin word that means to look on all sides or look around. In the KJV version of the Bible, it is used to advise Hamashiachim or Christians to be wary of the evil and deception in the world and live according to the Most High's will. And this is, what we need to do in these times. Okay, let me see if there's something I want to get on here. Yeah, there's one more scripture that says being Sirach 5:15 says, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. Okay, and we're seeing things happening around us where we don't want to be ignorant of these things. It's nice, it's good to be aware of what's happening and what dangers we face. Okay, so just want to go ahead and kind of share some of this information of what's going on, so that brothers can, like I said, brothers and sisters can be aware. All right, it's time to really just consider, which really is it's been time. Okay, the scripture says it's high time to wake out of sleep. But we're into those times now where you have to consider moving a certain way. All right, just to make sure all the bases is covered. I'm gonna end it up there. Lord willing, you were edified. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh. By Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. With that, I want to say Shalom, Wa Ba Ba, Shalom.